Hello, I'm Kelly. Welcome to my Flosstube channel, Animal Instinct. It's the 1st of January 2022 and I'm here for my end of 2021 WIP Parade. So the approach for today is I'm going to go through all of my projects in chronological order of when I started them. I've had to think about what I want to do this year, and what I'm going to do is pull out a number that I'd like to focus on, and the rest will be packed away for the year unless I finish something and then choose to pull something out of that pile. I've actually got some that I'm going to UFO, so just say goodbye to, not continue with. That's new for me, I don't normally do that. So I think I've got 4 earmarked to be UFO'd. So let's get started. It's very warm today, the aircon's on. If you've just watched my end of 2021 update, you'll know I've got the aircon on, so hopefully it's not too noisy in the background. This is the first piece. It is Be a Governor's Pansies. I started this in 2012. Have not stitched on it this year. It's on a very loosely woven 28 count linen, and it's very light coverage. It was a kit, so I just followed the instructions in the kit. It's 1 strand of thread over 2. Not sure if that's showing really how light coverage it is. I remember when I started this, I can remember working on it when I lived in Alice Springs, and I made a mistake somewhere in the middle, somewhere around here, and I just decided to keep going. This is going to be UFO. I'm comfortable in saying goodbye to this one. I never sort of have the desire to work on it. I haven't touched it really properly in years. I know there's that error. I've coloured in the paper pattern in coloured pencil, so it'd be very hard to go back and fix it. So for now, that one is goodbye. Now where's my... I've got to work out how I'm going to stay organised. Hopefully that's safe just there. So no current WIP count just yet. Next one is Coastal by Roseanne Bell. It's a Gecko Rouge piece, and it's a piece I found when I came back to stitching back in 2017. And I do like this one, I just haven't worked on it too much. I did spend 1 whole day on it this year, well, 2021. Where I have actually done considerable work, I'll put in like my progress picture from the 1st of January. Otherwise I'll just show you where I'm up to. There's quite a few that I just didn't touch this year. So that's that one. It's beautiful. I can't remember where I worked on that first day. On that one day, sorry. This one I do love, I'm not going to give up on, but I'm not going to focus on it next year, so I will pack this one away. And it's very high-tech project bag, has got Reggie love bites on it. Okay, the next one, I'm not sure when I started, don't know. This was a gift from my mum, who was on holidays in England. It's a Welsh castle, Beaumaris Castle. And I didn't stitch on this one this year, but this is where I'm up to. It's on, I think it's 16 count Ada. And that one will go into my packed away kits to come back to at a later date. The next one, oh, I'm not quite organised actually, hang on, I'll just take it out of this Q-snap. The next one is Brooks Books Wonderland series. I'm stitching 12 characters from Alice in Wonderland on the one piece of fabric. And I have made progress on this one this year. I've spent 8 days on it. I did start it way back in 2018, but I just never really, I don't know, never pulled it out. And then I decided earlier this year I wanted to work on it. I finished the Alice block. I'll pop in a photo of where it was. That crinkling is Jemima making herself at home on a piece of scrunched up paper, which is her favourite bed at the moment. But this is where I'm up to now. So completed Alice, and I've pretty much almost completed the Mad Hatter. So this one's going to stay out. I've made myself a goal of trying to finish at one character this year, 2022. So actually I'd like to finish the Mad Hatter and then come onto the character on the other side of Alice. I can't remember which one that's going to be, but that's come along nicely. Oops. So that one is staying out, and actually I'm going to finish the Mad Hatter in the next few days. My fourth WIP is my first Long Dog sampler that I started in 2018, and it is Pilgrim. I'm stitching this, Wonderland was on 28 count Lugana opalescent Silver Springs by Colour Cascade Fabrics. I have stitched on the Pilgrim this year for 5 days, and it's on 36 count platinum linen, and I'm using Silks for You PR 011 and another Silks for You. I'm not exactly sure of what the colour is, sorry, but it's this one for the lettering. And so yes, I've completed 5 days. I almost said 5 pages, I wish. And this is where we're at. So this one is going to stay out, and it will be one of my focus WIPs for the year. When I say focus WIPs, I think there's 17 altogether, so there'll be WIPs that I work on. Whether or not you really classify them as focus WIPs, I'm not sure. Where are they gonna live? Okay, my fifth WIP is Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow. Have not worked on that this year, sadly. This one, Carriage House samplings, and I'm stitching it on 32 count Joberlin Angel of the Morning by Colour Cascade Fabrics, using DMC, and still yet to finish one whole block. Yeah, I did not work on it this year. I'm going to put this one away. Whether or not I pull it out in October, maybe I should try and finish that block and get a bit on the next one. But for now, I'm going to put it away. My sixth WIP is one of my favourites, and I think a viewer favourite too. Firefly by Jenny Parks, Gecko Rouge kit. It's on 25 count Lugana. I'm doing the cats as using 1 strand of thread and full crosses, and the background 2/1 half stitches or 10 stitches. I have put in, well, I've worked on this for 86 days this year, and just over 67,000 stitches altogether. And I have now reached both the top and the bottom. come back a bit, a lot. Oh gosh, sorry. I don't know if it's gonna all fit. Hang on. There we go. Let me come back in closer. Hope you don't mind that noise. You can see where I'm working at the moment, and I've done most of that background above his head this year, and then you will have seen a before picture, but you can, like, I've made so much progress completing basically his entire coat down. Oh, let me see if I can try and it's getting too big to wrangle. I've just rewatched all of Firefly. Okay, I mean that's the main bit. And so I've started working on the next cat up here, and my goal for 2022 will be to finish him. I have done part of his sleeve too, because that's the very center of the whole piece. So Firefly, look at him. Definitely staying out for this year. Right, whoa. My 7th WIP is the Plague Doctor by Busby Designs. This is the project. You can find them on Etsy. I stitched on this one for 2 days this year. I started it in June 2019. Sorry, I started Firefly in March 2019. I'm all over the shop, sorry. Back to Plague Doctor, so June 2019. It's on 28 count casual linen in rhubarb and custard by Chromatic Alchemy. And in 2 days, I got quite a bit done. So I'm doing it. That's right, I remember now. I started doing it 1/1 full crosses. Hang on, it's so tiny. Is that right? Yeah. I started doing it full crosses, and then I changed to 2/1 10 stitch. And I found that a bit easier. I pulled out after some advice from friends, pulled out the magnifier, because this is tiny. This is smaller than 28 count. It's more like 30 count. And it was so much easier. I got so much more done. And yeah, I've changed to 10 stitch. And this one didn't make the cut for next year, but it's probably one that if I have a finish, I would pull this one out next. So it would kind of be good to get rid of Plague Doctor, be rid of the plague in general, move on with our lives. My 8th WIP is Teresa Wensler Trade Winds. I started this in September 2019. I did not work on it at all in 2021 as far as I remember. It's on 32 count antique white linen. That is where I'm at. And this one is going to stay out as a focus piece for 2022. My 9th WIP is my Hands Across the Sea, the Oldscot. I'm stitching it, I started it in October 2019, stitching it on 40 count ivory linen, 1/2 using the called for Soie d'Alger silks. My goal for the year was to finish the outer border, and I worked on it, if my records are correct, I worked on it for 3 days. I'm not sure if that's quite right, but anyway, that's what my notes say. And I finished the outside border. And I've made a start on the first alphabet, which is the really curly Scottish style lettering. This one's going to stay out. I'd like to finish, did I make a goal? Possibly the first 2 rows of the alphabet. We shall see. Okay, the 10th WIP is a Gecko Rouge kit that I started in October 2019. I've not done much on this. It is called It's Only Forever. Artwork by Medusa Dollmaker, inspired by The Labyrinth, one of my favourite movies as a kid. I'm stitching this on 18 count Ada. I know I have a problem with 18 count, but I'm determined this one will be fine. It's Galaxy by Jodie Redesigns, and that is my start. I have not worked on that this year, and it's not going to be a focus for 2022. Maybe next year. So I'm actually popping all of these that aren't going to be a focus straight into this tub that I'm going to put away after this video. So. Number 11, I'm a little bit sad about this one. This is my Chatelaine Taj Mahal Mandala. I started it on the 19th of October 2019. It's on 32 count Belfast linen black. And I didn't touch it all of this year. No particular reason, just didn't get to it. So it hasn't changed since last time, but I'll just share it anyway. It needs a little bit of a defluff. Hang on, got it upside down. Probably doesn't really matter, but. That is where we're at. It's a bit hard to show the true colours. It's kind of blowing out a bit. But anyway, this one is staying out. I will stitch on it this year. Okay, actually this one's not got a number because this is a UFO. I'm finally calling it. I've been talking about making this a UFO probably for my last 2 or 3 WIP parades, and I just don't work on it and I never feel any desire, and I think I can give it a better home than I can seem to be able to give it. Sorry, Flosstube itchy nose again. It's Mirabilia the Queen Mermaid. So that's it. Haven't touched it this year. This was my meagre start that I made. I haven't even written down the start date, but it would have been October, November 2019. I have a very worthy recipient who is going to get the pattern from me, and no pressure to stitch it anytime soon, but if you want to, you're going to receive it. You know who you are. So I don't feel any guilt about that one. I feel better about, yeah, making a decision and moving on. Number 12 is Heartstrings Sampleries, the Cat Sampler. So I'm not going to bother taking out the plastic today. I started this November 2019. I did not work on it this year. It's on 40 count Picture This Plus Legacy linen using the called for floss, and that's where I'm at. Like I said, I did not stitch on it this year, and it's not going to be in my focus pile for this coming year. Still love it, just not this year. Okay. Next is Autumn Kitty. I'm not sure of the designer name, sorry. This is on a 16 count Ada fabric flare in cloud blue. A very cute cat in the snow, I think, from memory. This was a gift and it's a beautiful chart. I will get back to it, but not this year. That was 13, so now we're up to 14. This is Joan Elliott's The Time Traveller. I'm not sure how focused that was, sorry if it was on my face or the chart. I started this one on the 28th of December 2019. It's on 32 count Belfast linen in Gothic by Picture This Plus, and I did work on it for 4 days this year. And there it is, looking beautiful. So I kind of completed the bottom of the dress this year, and this one is going to stay out. Okay, number 15 is the 2020 Modern Folk Embroidery Stitch Along. I started it on the 3rd of January 2020. I worked on it for 3 days in 2021. It's on 40 count antique white linen 1/2 using Silks for You PR023, the bright red, and that's where I'm up to. This one won't be staying out this year. Now I have another friend who's decided to come and play with all the zipper pulls. Guess who? So I might just need to attend to that. Number 16 is Lindy Stitch's piece, Except Grandma's, which I will tailor to say Nan and Pa's. This one I had changed the colours to match my parents' house. I didn't actually stitch on it this year, but I started it on a 32 count cream Lugana, and I think one of the reasons I haven't progressed is the house is quite nice to look at, but the colours I've picked make it look dull. So I have to have a think about that and maybe restart it, possibly just as it's charted. I'm not sure, haven't made my mind up. This one won't be in the list for this year, but again, this will be one of the ones that comes out if I have a finish on one of the other ones. And I just need to have a think if I just carry on with my plan to do it like their house, or potentially start over in the charted colours. I'm not sure. Not sure. Number 17 is The Night Walked Down by the Blue Flower. Night Walked Down. There we go. This was a Leap day, new start, 29th of Feb 2020. I worked on it this year for five days. It's on 32 count even weave. It's Jay's X Stitch Mulberries and Cream, and it's not really the charted colours, sort of similar ones that I had in my stash that I sort of liked a little bit better. And that's where I'm up to now. My very lovely needle minder there. This one is going to go away for this year. The cat can hear all the rattling, so he's very interested. Right, number 18, another one that I didn't work on this year. This is a tiny Modernist elephant biscoining. This one. And I have the whole year collection. But yeah, I didn't actually work on it this year, and I am going to pop it away for now. And there it is. So we'll come back to it, but just not yet. This one is definitely staying out. In my mid-year 2021 WIP Parade, I flagged this in my basket of neglect for ones that I wanted to work on but hadn't. And it was still there. I still haven't touched it. I don't really know why. And it is... I don't seem to have the cover picture. But anyway, it's Mermaids Folly by the Courtney collection. It's on 40 count Murky, 1/2. I'm using DMC 3371. And it hasn't been touched this year, but it's staying out for 2022. I keep saying this year, you know what I mean. No. Wouldn't be a video without this one gate crashing. So say hi and then please, please go away. Good boy, it's just too tempting. Right. Next one is Anzac by Long Dog Samplers. Started it on Anzac Day, the 25th of April 2020. It's on 28 count even weave. That was coffee and tea dyed by myself. This is the one where I had a terrible mistake and frogging incident. I have put down that I worked on it 2 days this year, but I think it might have been 2 days of frogging. You can see the ghost of where I frogged all the way to here. It was a large amount of stitches, and I'm ready to come back to it, but I decided just to have one long dog sampler on the go for 2022 and the Pilgrim one out over this one. So I have forgiven it now after that mistake, but unless I finish the Pilgrim, it won't be coming out, so you probably won't see it this year. I'm using Silks For You PR124. It's the really dark navy, purple and teal variegated thread. That was number 20. Number 21 is Atomic Garden 149. It's a Gecko Rouge kit, and it's by Carriage House. I didn't work on it this year. I started it on the 18th of June 2020. It's on 25 count Lugana 1/1 full crosses, and that is where I'm at and I am putting this one away for this year. Number 22 is Ink Circles Woodland Vines. I started this on the 21st of June 2020, the day or 3 days after the last one. It's on 20 count Ada in Red Passion by XG Designs. And I'm just using, I probably don't even need to show you, just using DMC 3756, which for some reason makes it look silver on this fabric. I'm about a quarter of the way through, but I didn't touch that this year. And it didn't make the cut as a focus piece for 2022, so that one is going away. '23 is I have an Unearth Designs. It's Mini Contessa and Squid by Omar Ryan. This one. It's on 28 count Lugana easy count, sorry. Easy count. I'm doing it 1/1 full cross, and sorry, I've just lost my place. Started at 17th of October 2020. I worked on it for 6 days this year, and I pretty much finished her face except for some missing thread. And I worked my way up towards the top left corner. If you recall, I wanted to double check that the detail in the face was enough for my taste, because this is the mini version. And once I was happy with that, I wanted to get back up into the background because I didn't want to leave that till last. This one is not a focus for 2022. Right. Next one doesn't get a number, which means it's a UFO. This one is the Twin Peaks tourist poster by Country Magic Stitch. I started it on the 8th of November 2020 on 28 count Easy Count Lugana. I've only made, I was doing 2/110 stitch, only made a tiny start, and I've just got so many full coverage pieces on the go. Sorry, I've got really YouTube itchy nose again. I think it's the aircon. That this one's not grabbing me at the moment, so for now it's gonna go away as a UFO. So that's the third UFO in my stash today. Next one is a ridiculously small start. So this is number 24. This is Quiet Please by Anna on needlepress.blogspot.com. Started it on 20th of November 2020. It's on 32 count Belfast linen in chalkboard by XG Designs, and I'm using the Sulky 12 weight, this one, variegated. It is 4010, and a pitiful start. I don't even know which way is up. Guess it's that way. Not touched it, I don't think. No, sorry, one day. I think I stitched that eye. And that is, I might take the needle winder off. So that is not going to be a focus for 2022. It was quite hard to make the choices because the ones I haven't picked, I don't necessarily have anything against. If I did, I'd probably just put them in the UFO pile. But I just want to really maybe see some more finishes this year, and I just can't with the number of active whips I have. Okay, now we actually have another UFO here. This is, it's the two Moths by Kathy Barrick. So I've got BR's Moth and HL's Moth. And my thinking was to have this beautiful piece of desert sand 32 count Belfast linen by XG Designs. And my thinking was to have them both like one on top of the other as like a, and put it in one of those deep frames, shadow boxes. So it's kind of like a, you know, collection, vintage collection. And I still want to do that. You can see with the one that I started, BR's Moth, the colours there, that was stitched in NPI silks. And I just kind of blindly followed the DMC, suggested DMC colorway, and that's where I got to. And I did work on this, oh no, I didn't this year. So the colours are quite different, quite bright. And so I actually want to restart this, not using the Cold 4 DMC. I'd like to match it more closely to the NPI silks if I can, because I prefer those colours to this. So for now it's a UFO, but not forever. I just need to have a think about the colours that I want to use. Now is my, I think it's my one and only Dimensions Gold kit. It is Napping Kitten. Oh, that one. It's on 18 count Aida. Fine, it's 18 count Aida, not my favourite, but I'm gonna stick with it. I haven't touched that one this year, and I am not going to keep it out as a focus for 2022. Number 26 is The Cricket Scene by the John Clayton collection. This was a restart from like 25 years ago. I restarted it on the 25th of November 2020 because the fabric had rust marks in it from the needle that have been sitting in there for decades. I'm stitching on 32 count antique white linen, and this is where I am. I did work on this quite a bit this year, 8 days. When I say days, it could be half an hour, it could be 3 hours. It's just, I don't record the times. And this one is definitely going to stay out and keep being worked on in 2022. Actually, that's something I wanted to address. I attempted to do WIP Go for the first time in 2021, and I realised the goals I set just didn't match my style of stitching. So I set time-based goals. I wanted to work on each piece that came up for 21 hours to correlate with 2021, but I soon found out I don't actually enjoy timing my stitching, so that's why that kind of fell away. I haven't signed up or haven't gotten organised to do it again this year. I'm not sure if I will, but if I do, I won't be making time-based goals. I'll be making, I don't know, maybe stitchy days, which is what I record. So that is 26. 27 is Sunny Beach by Anna Stitch on Etsy. Oops, not that one. This one, cute fabric with the koala eating the watermelon. I started this one on, well, I think it was the last week of the year last year, 2020, and it's on 16 count, easy count Aida. I only worked on it for one day this year. I do love this piece. So not a huge amount to show, and I am going to put this one away as well for the year. As much as it hurts. Okay, now I have the Cross Stitch Studios Mystery Stitch Along for 2021. We know the whole piece now. It's a really cute sleeping owlet. I started it on the 1st of January 2021. I did spend January, I really focused on it, and then I kind of dropped off. But I do like this one. It's on 28 count, easy count, 2/1 tent stitch. Now, I will not be, so when they first started releasing it, they were releasing page by page, which is how I've started to stitch it. When I pick it up again, I won't do that because I'm worried about getting page lines. But anyway, this is where I got to. So this is my first new start for 2021. And as you can see, like I finished that page and then I'm well into that page. But I do not like having that rigid line there. I never stitch like that normally. And I won't need to because I have the whole pattern. I will continue doing this, but it's not going to be a focus for 2022. It is on another cute, the fabric bag is another cute fabric. It's from that little worm in the labyrinth. Okay. Next one is one that I started this year on Reggie's birthday on the 8th of February. It was really one of my birthday new starts, but my birthday wasn't till the 12th, so I'm calling it for him. This is Lanart, King of Animals. Beautiful lion, just stunning. The kit came with 14 count Aida. But I swapped it out to my old favourite 25 count Lugana. I'm stitching at 1/1 full crosses, and so it's only going to be, it's quite small. Like that's the whole piece of fabric with quite generous borders. That is my start. So it's looking really good, but it did not make the list for 2022. If I change my mind about any of these, there's no pressure, but I'm going to try and be strong. The next one did make the cut. This is number 30, and it's Indian Model, I've been calling Indian Woman, by Lanart as well. This was my birthday start on the 12th of Feb this year for my 40th birthday. Really pretty. And I swapped out the fabric on this one too. This one came with, the back of the box says 27 count, but it's actually an Aida. It looks more like maybe 14 count Aida. And I swapped it out for this piece of Jay's X Stitch. It was a retreat special, I think. Where is it? Yeah, retreat special. It's kind of purplish, mottly-ish. I think it's 32 count. Yeah. I've barely made a start on this, just the very top middle. And this one is going to stay out. I'm going to work on this one this year, see how much we can get done. Had such a wonderful time in India, and it'd be nice to reminisce as I'm stitching this, and also my chatelaine as well. So that one goes down here. Now we're up to 31. This is another Gecko Rouge kit. This is another birthday start. There's a few of them coming up. It is Medusa Dollmaker again, who did the artwork for the It's Only Forever labyrinth themed piece. I really like her artwork, and I do have more in my stash. Invictus. And this is on 25 count Lugana, 1/1 full cross. This is a large piece. This is a large project. I've only made a small start for my birthday. I stitched on, yeah, one day. A lot of these just got one day, just because I was having so many starts. I don't think you're even really going to be able to see much because a lot of what I did is in white. But you can see, well, if you use your imagination, it's the top banner, and I've kind of done the outline of the V. So the top banner and the outline of the V. Hardly anything. I do look forward to getting stuck into this one properly eventually, but it won't be in 2022. Number 32 is Hygge Stories by New Leaf Craft on Etsy. There's 12 of them, one for each month. And this was another birthday start on the 14th of February. I just kind of did one a day for a bit. I'm doing it on 28 count Brittany Lugana in Ether, A-E-T-H-E-R, this sort of blue and white with a touch of pink fabric. I spent 4 days on this one, and I actually finished, I can't remember which month this is. Anyway, I finished this month. It might have been, no, can't remember. So very small, but very detailed. Lots of fun. So I'd like to finish at least one more month this year, maybe 2. I don't have too many small pieces that I'm taking into 2022, so this might come out more than I first thought. Right, this one is going to be a UFO. This was a birthday start too. Oh well, it's okay. I'm fine with it. This one I started on the 15th. Yeah, 15th of Feb 2021. It's Sarah and Jareth by Tilton Crafts, so another labyrinth themed piece. I started it on 25 count easy count, 1/1 full cross. I just got the one day on it, and that was my start. But like I said before with the Twin Peaks one, like I have so many full coverage pieces, I just kind of had to decide, well I didn't have to, but I did make the choice to stop working on just a handful of them because I just have so many others that are ahead of the queue, I guess. So that one is a UFO, no problem. I have the pattern as an electronic, PDF, so it's there if I ever want to restart it. Number 33 is a Long Dog sampler, Beauty Spot. Started on the 16th of February for my birthday, and I'm doing it on 25 count white even weave. And I've made a very small start. Looks a bit strange, but I think that's part of a cloud from memory. Beautiful. I love this whole piece. But like I said, I've got one Long Dog sampler on the go, and that is the Pilgrim that I'll be focusing on. It's my oldest Long Dog. So this one will go away for now, but not forever. Next is number 34, A Wise Old Owl by Chris Dunn, charted by Pain Free Crafts. This is another birthday start on the 17th of February, very much inspired by Lauren of Flossabilities, who is much, much further along than I am. It's on 25 count, easy count Lugana, 1/1 full crosses. And I just worked on this for 2 days and got a small start. And this is another one I can't wait to get stuck into and really see it coming together. But I'm going to put it away for next year. It's another one I'm a little bit torn about. Okay, next. This is in my project bag that I made out of some stitching that I completed in 2020. It was an Ingleside Imaginarium piece, a little stitch along that she put out. And this is Bushland Quaker by Mojo Stitches. I started it on the 18th of Feb 2021, and it's on 40 count linen in Week Tea by Jay's X Stitch. Really nice linen. Just trying to work out which way it goes. I think it's this way. Small start on that, using the called for cottage garden threads. And here they are. Really nice combination of colours. And this one is coming with me into 2022, and I'm very hopeful of the finish. Next one was a birthday start on the 19th of February. It is Cheshire Cat by Mandarinx Designs. It's on 32 count. It's an even weave. It's got the name Ocean in the title, but I can't remember the full name. Sorry. I got it from Sew It All Australia, if that helps. And it's actually, oh hang on, it might say it on there. Rainbow Ocean. Okay, phew. It's a fabric flare fabric. So it's printed and there's nothing on the back. Only a small start on this one. Do like this one. I like all of them really. And that one is going away for 2022. Okay, next is The Witcher by Needleminder Lair on Etsy, inspired by Jo Belushi Stitches, who has finished this magnificent piece. If you just watched my last update, I have started this one 3 times. That's my initial start, 18 count Ada. Looks absolutely fine. I can't remember what my issue was. This is my second start, 16 count Ada. Looks absolutely fine. I can't remember what my issue was. And here's my latest start, which is going to be my last start because I'm just going to carry on. Good old 25 count Lugana, 1/1 full crosses. This was a cream Lugana. And this one will come with me into 2022. Probably do a rewatch of both seasons of The Witcher. And yeah. Hope to never have to do that again, restarting so many times because it's such a waste of time. And it's funny looking back now, they look fine, those 2 other abandoned starts, so who knows what's going on there. That was number 37, this is 38. This is Satsuma Street, Pretty Little India, so it's in the plastic. This is another birthday start on the 23rd of March. It was a little bit later. It's on 18 count Fiddler's Cloth. And I've only made a little meagre start on the Lotus Temple, which is in Delhi. There we go. This one is not going to come into 2022. It really needs some sort of a better bag than a plastic sleeve. Okay, next page, we're almost there. Number 39 is another Long Dog sampler, Quinto Acuto, if that's how you say it. Started on the 5th of July 2021. I spent 4 days on this one. Now I'm stitching it on 40 count mallow linen, which is it's fairly even in its, I don't know, it's not like normal linen. I don't know how to explain it any other way than that. I remember it was very good price on 123 Stitch when I got it a while ago for something else. That is my start. So I am stitching most of it in the grey Silks for You, and then all the motifs are going to be in a variety of colours. And like I said before, I'm only taking one long dog into 2022, and that is the Pilgrim, so this one unfortunately needs to go away for a bit. Oh, this one needs to come out of the Q-snap, so sorry, just bear with me. This is number 40, and it's my Plum Street Samplers Animal Stacks series that I'm kind of done to commemorate my studies. I started it when I started my postgrad diploma in veterinary public health back in 2019. It's on 36 count natural linen. Sorry, I don't have the actual start date because I started with the cow. So it's the animal stacks, and I've done the pigs, and I'm on sheep heap. And then I've got, I can't remember. I think it's the goat load to pop in here. And then I might do something around the edge to bring it all together. But this is the one I'm working on. You can see I've used the, is it Whisper thread to make the chunky looking unkempt sheep. And they're all going to be a little bit rough looking like that, just for fun. So this one will come with me into 2022. I want to finish the whole thing. That is the plan. That is in another fun homemade project bag. That'd be a good shark. Then we have a start I did in honour of Joe from Belushi Stitch's 40th birthday. Hi Joe. And it's the Bayonne Cat from Our Forest Embroidery. I started it on the 17th of July. Is that your birthday, Joe? I can't remember, but I've got here that I started it for your birthday. And I've just made a really meagre start. It's all in a kit, so fabric came with the kit and so did the threads. That is my start. I've already done the whale and it was really fun to stitch, so, and it didn't take too long. This one is on going in the tub for this year, so I won't be focusing on it this year. But it's another one that, you know, is probably up on the list of things I'd like to pull out if I have some finishes. That was 41. 42 is a Gecko Rouge kit, Raven, by Lorna Lane. So the same artist who I stitched her bee. This is a much smaller kit. I started it, I also started it on the 17th of July apparently, if that's not a typo. Anything's possible. And this one got 2 days worth. It's got really pretty colours, beautiful colours. And here it is, my little start. And that one is going away for 2022. Whoops, sorry, I forgot to put the page back, cover page back in. Trying to keep everything together. Okay, so number 43 is my Cryptid Stitch Along by the Witchy Stitcher. Whoa. And I'm stitching it on 32 count Belfast linen in Duck Egg by number 12 Stitch Co. Started on the 2nd of August 2021. and I am behind on this and intend to try and get at least a little bit caught up. It's been folded up for a month or so, so it's a bit crinkled. I am 1, 2, 3.5 creatures behind, but that will be a finish in 2022, so that's coming into 2022 with me. #44 is Sea Glass by Carolyn Manning. It's on 25 count even weave. I'm stitching at 1/1 full cross. It's got just beautiful colours. And this is my start. I worked on this one, I've spent 18 days on the Cryptid Stitch Along in 2021. I spent 4 days working on Sea Glass. And this one is going to come with me into 2022. I'd love for it to be a finish. It's not a huge piece, and it's really just a delight to stitch. And then, now I'm not sure if I have shown this WIP before. I can't remember. It was kind of not on the list, but it is a start from a few years ago. And it is Tempest by Leilani Joy, a Gecko Rouge kit. Surprise, surprise. It's on 25 count Lugana, 1/1 full crosses, and I only made a smallish start. That's kind of the size it's going to be, and that's my small start there. And I really like this one. I think it's really like the artwork, very pretty. And I've decided that this one is going to come with me into 2022. It looks like there'll be some fairly big chunks of block stitching, so it might be something, you know, easy to work on if that's the mood I'm in. I didn't work on this at all this year. All right. So I believe I've ended up with 45 active WIPs, but only 17 of them are staying out for now. I do have some new starts planned, so I'm planning to start the Pain-Free Crafts mystery stitch along that's Wind in the Willow themed, with artwork by Chris Dunn, same as who my Wise Old Owl is by. I'm also going to start this seagull piece, and also the piece I got from Nick Moscow. I'll just show you a little snippet of it. This one, the lady on the motorbike with the taking the photographs. Really keen to start that too. So that's 3 planned new starts. I won't limit myself to that. I don't really mind about starting things. Don't have a problem with that, but I do want to get significant progress on those pieces that I've pulled aside. What else was I going to show? So this has been my Ort bottle for 2021. It's pretty full, and it's really interesting to look through it, and I can recognise things that I've stitched. So it's kind of hidden now. Hang on. Oh yeah, so in there, that is my frogging on Anzac. And it's just funny, you can pick out groups of colours that remind you of the piece it's from. I haven't actually drunk, this is a gin bottle, and I had another gin bottle last year. I haven't actually drunk much gin this year. So I do have some contenders for my Ort bottle for 2022, but I need to have a few more gins before they're ready to be used. So I'm not sure what I'll do about my Orts this year, but I've just been doing that the last couple of years and it's fun. I did keep track of my stitching really well until I think it was November. Let me just double check. I basically, oh no, it was December. So December, everything fell apart. I had my holiday at the end of November and into December, and then December was just a really busy month, so I didn't really track my stitching that much. But from what I have counted, up until the end of November, I stitched about, 220,000 stitches for the year. I worked on a lot of different projects, but by far the one that got the most attention was Firefly, with about 67,000 stitches, so very happy with that. Next year I'll probably keep counting at least the ones that are in Pattern Keeper. Like I said, I'm not really into timing how long I spend stitching, and to be honest, I don't love manually counting stitches if it's not in an app that can count it for me. So I'm not sure if I'll do the really careful counting this year, or if I'll just stick to what's counted for me in Pattern Keeper. So we'll see. I think that's everything. Yep, can't think of anything else. So thank you very much for hanging in there. I hope you've enjoyed my WIP parade. I hope you've been inspired to look through your WIPs and see what you're working on. I'm looking forward to watching the WIP parades in the next month. And here's to a better 2022. See ya.